The cotton crop. It was once the country's white gold, a reliable cash crop that paid bills and placed food on the table for thousands of families. But that now sounds like an old tale. Poor returns have since forced the closure of ginneries and the abandonment of cotton by frustrated farmers. The Mulwanda Ginnery in Busia County is, for instance, the perfect portrait of a trade fallen to hard times. The only cotton facility owned and run by a farmers' union is now a shell of its former self.
Rwanda failed to do its work because of two things. One was lack of market,
And
two, price was very low. The Asians were coming and collect cotton from our farmers direct instead of passing through the union.
The few brave farmers still growing cotton have to grapple with the vagaries of weather. Poor seed variety is a big part of the problem with local cotton farming. The decline of Hola and Bura irrigation schemes, which produced 30% of national cotton seed, led to serious shortage, with farmers resorting to recycling.
The last before when we closed down, we did 78 bales. The one before that we did about 100. The one before that we did about 160 bales. So when you go downwards, it means that the farmers are not growing cotton.
And what more, a 2012 ban on genetically modified seeds and produce has prohibited farmers and seed companies from adopting superior cotton varieties. BT cotton is one such variety. The BT, or Bacillus thuringiensis gene, genetically added to any cotton seed, protects it from pests such as the African bollworm. This caterpillar pest remains the greatest threat to cotton farmers. BT gene also has traits strong enough to withstand drought. The government approval of the insect-resistant and higher-yielding BT cotton, after years of frustrating the technology, now offers a window for Kenya to play catch-up with other countries that have already adopted GMOs. Malawi, for instance, has taken huge strides in the adoption of biotechnology.
We are really looking into it.
Last year, the Malawian government approved trials for 5 different varieties of hybrid BT cotton. 8 separate trial sites have been established for this purpose, and work is at advanced stages.
The basics of this trial is to see whether the trait is really effective in controlling the bollworm damage in cotton. We could see the distinction where we have the trait, the BT trait, and where we don't have the BT trait.
Malawi has a ginning capacity of 250,000 metric tons a year, but the country is only producing 15,000 tons. Pest control accounts for 60% of farmers' input in cotton farming.
Now, if we control, or if we put a trait in a hybrid or in a variety that will take care of that burden, I think the farmers will be in for better yields per unit area, and therefore, as a country, we are going to achieve a lot of production.
Now, this is a process that has just begun. The intention here is to conduct these field trials for the next 3 years, after which a conclusion will be made and direction given to relevant stakeholders.
And once the committee is satisfied with the data which we are going to present, the varieties are going to be released. Once the varieties are released, the farmers are going to take them up, and then, production goes on.
BT cotton isn't the only crop under field trials. Malawi is implementing a similar trial on biotech cowpeas and bananas. And now Kenya is also going beyond BT cotton. Yesterday's gazetted approvals extended to pest and disease-resistant bananas, cassavas and sweet potatoes. However, only BT cotton has been approved for release beyond field trials. Patrick, Igunza, Citizen Weekend.